Welcome to another Julius Productionz. Again for a little news update is Amanda Green. How you doing today, Amanda?
All right. I'm out in the park enjoying the weather, so I apologise for any background noise. And I picked under a flight path as well, which, sorry.
Right, what have you got for us today, Amanda?
I don't know if you've seen, but the viral footage of Julius Francis, the boxer, I think it's British champion heavyweight, and he was also European kickboxing champion, I believe, as well. He was involved in an altercation, shall we say, at work. He worked security at Box Park over in Wembley. So there was, I think, Saturday, June the 11th, around tea time, there was a group of men within the venue, and they were being abusive, spitting, hitting other customers and staff. Several staff members were trying to get them out of the venue. About 15 minutes this went on for until they were outside. And one of the gentlemen who was being very aggressive was seen on the video to be hitting other security, to be pushing and shoving. Went for Julius Francis, left hook, tapped him, out cold. Julius now lost his SIA badge temporarily, had to spend hours in police custody. And I think you could maybe tell us a little bit about that from your experience working the door as well.
Yeah, so I watched that video myself. And like you say, from Julius Francis' point of view, I didn't think he'd done anything wrong. You know, the guy's already being aggressive. He's already thrown punches at the other security. Julius walks off on his own, so he's on his own, and the guy's still coming at him aggressive. So, you know, he's not walking up to him, shake his hand or give him a pat on the back, is he? He's going to do something. So Julius Francis just hits him one time, and that's it. The guy goes down. Now, to me, that's self-defence. If he'd hit him while he was on the floor and kicking him in the head, then yeah, that would have overstepped the mark. But, you know, just doing his job.
Well, he doesn't know that there's a weapon there involved as well, and he's seen him getting aggressive. It's escalating by the looks of it. It's been going on for a long period of time. That's got to be a worry as well when you're working in these situations, that somebody's going to pull a blade or even a gun. I don't know.
Yeah, that's also the thing with security. I mean, if you're police, you've got your CS gas, your baton, you've got your handcuffs, and you know, you've got all these different things you can use. With security, all you've got is your hands, isn't it? You know, you've got your restraints or your fighting.
And let's face it, it's a wage. You want to go home to your family at the end of the night. You don't want to get hurt, and you don't want to see anybody else getting hurt, do you? Yeah,
exactly. I mean, you know, you're going to get people say, "Oh, we should have just restrained him and locked him up," but that's great. But some people, they're going to just keep going and keep going and going. I mean, how many times you got to lock them up before, you know, they end up hurting you or doing something, you know?
Yeah.
I've been in a similar situation myself. We was working the door, and there's a group of guys that hit a girl inside, threw them out, and then they go to their car, and you see them on the CCTV, they get knives and put stuff in their pockets. And when they come back, one's got the knife, he pulls out, and he picks up one of the barriers that hold the ropes up outside the club.
Yeah.
And as he does that, our fire exit door, you know, the bars that go through, was a bit loose.
Yeah.
I slid that out, and as he came forward, I've hit him once on the head, and he went down. But unfortunately, it cracked his skull, and he had a bleed into the brains. He went into a coma. We got arrested for that. And
I mean, you didn't mean to injure him like that. You were just defending yourself against
I mean,
I'm sure you felt terrible about that. You know, it wasn't.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, you've only got you can't take chances. I mean, someone stepping once, that could be the end of it, you know. And it is self-defence. I mean, it's sort of a life situation, and you know, sometimes you've got to do them things. When people are drunk or on drugs or whatever, their limits are going to be silly. You know, you're not going to reason with them. You're not going to be able to talk them down. So, you know, sometimes you have to go to these levels. And I think what Julius done was just perfect, really. You know, he just hit him once. Other people
couldn't. What was the outcome of what happened with you? Because you said, obviously, that the police was involved. You were in a similar situation. What was the outcome of your situation?
So we got arrested at first for it. And then eventually, sort of over time, the police watched the CCTV, and obviously one of the police officers actually went to the hospital when he read my statement that one of them had a knife. He went to the hospital and searched the guy's clothes that he had on, and actually found the knife. So then my story tallied up.
Yes.
Just on CCTV, because it's a bit blurry and all sort of lighting,
Right.
you can actually see a knife really. It's like quite far away from where they were filming, so you can't actually see a knife in his hand. But yeah, we got cleared. We got suspended for a while. Cleared self-defence, as I said, because I only hit him the once. It was self-defence. I didn't actually do anything else. So,
like Julius, although it was his left hook, I believe he spent about 4.5 hours in police custody, and the Met Police luckily quite quickly decided no further action. Like yourself, it was self-defence, but SIA have suspended his licence and he can't work, and that's the next battle for him, isn't it?
Yeah, so the SIA can be a bit, how do you say? I think the people that do these courses, they've never been in a real life situation. I think they sit in these offices, they make all these rules and regulations, but they've never actually been out on the front line and tried these things out. I mean, they when someone's coming at you, step back and tell them to like stop and hold their hand.
That's not nice, as if that's going to work in that situation.
It's never going to happen, especially when people are drunk. They don't listen to you. I mean, if they listen to you, they wouldn't get that thrown out in the nightclub in the first place, would they? So it proves it doesn't work. And I just think, they need to be more realistic. It just doesn't work in the real world. People don't listen, especially when they're drunk. And like you say, you're left in that vulnerable position. You're not allowed to do anything, but you're not allowed to stop anyone in a physical way. Otherwise, you lose your license, and that's your livelihood at the end of the day. So it needs to be a bit more of a.
Can I ask though, because obviously you've been through this as well, Julius and yourself, obviously no further action. Does that mean that he should automatically get his SIA badge back, or can they withhold that although there's no charges?
Yes, they can. Yeah, they can revoke it, unfortunately. And then if they do revoke it, you have to appeal and stuff. It's consuming and hard work.
A lengthy
and
process.
in all that time, you're sort of losing your livelihood as well. So
yeah.
So
is it like a panel of people or one person? Is it quite a lengthy process then?
Yeah, if they've revoked your license, it can take. You have to get all references from like good characters and stuff to show what you are. So it's not going to overturn overnight.
Julius shouldn't have any problem with that, because I know he does a lot of charity work within his own community with the free boxing for the youth, and he's there's a lot of people's come out in support of him with this. As I say, the first video that I seen in IG was heavily edited and made it look like it was uncalled for, but when you see the full footage, like you say, and you're defending yourself, you don't know what else is going to happen, can escalate easily. It's like, it just goes to show how easy a situation it is. But hopefully he should be able to rectify that, as you say, with character references and all the support that he's got out there.
That's right. Just like you say, if it was any other job, you imagine sort of not being out of work for a month or two, got no income coming in. So it's tough. It's tough to have your license revoked and have to appeal it and stuff. It's, there's not many jobs that you have to do that sort of stuff for, is there? Where you just can't work. So.
It's crazy that even although he's been investigated by the police, who's the government, and they're, like civil servants, they're saying he did nothing wrong, that this governing body are still not just, that's enough for them. There's CCTV footage there, there's witnesses there, he's of good character, he's never had a problem before.
Yeah, we had a situation with one of the guys I used to work with, and it sort of looked what happened outside a club, and the police saw it. So the guy didn't press charges, but the police saw it and they tried to arrest the doorman. And obviously it went through to the SIA and they were watching the CCTV. But the guy that had the little scuffle, they didn't even want to press charges. And they still tried to push and revoke this guy's licence. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, that doesn't seem very fair, does it? And then you look at social media as well, that I just said. It was trial by social media to begin with when the heavily edited copy went out. Had that been the only footage out there, he could have been in a lot of bother. And for what? He actually did nothing wrong. It was this other gentleman that was misbehaving, you know.
I think as well, the fact that it was Julius Francis, a well-known boxer, it probably wouldn't have gone so viral, would it? It wouldn't have gone so, built up such like a big world, and probably would have got a bit more buried under the carpet, wouldn't it?
Exactly. You know, you can't be a heavyweight British Commonwealth champion, European kickboxing champion, you know, and not have some sort of comeback, which doesn't seem fair, because then you're being held to a different standard than everybody else.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, not fair. Definitely not fair.
I think he's eyeing up a rematch with Mike Tyson as well, from what I've seen this morning. Whether that's true or not, I don't know.
Yeah, that'd be good. Yeah, see that.
Yeah, it'd be good to have him on as well, though, wouldn't it, for a little interview?
That would be fantastic.
So, Julius, if you see this and you're watching, call us, please.
Yeah, not about the incident on the door, but about his life, about his boxing, and about his story.
I mean, he had his misspent youth. He was late to boxing, charity work. There's a whole lot about Julius other than just this viral video, isn't there?
Yeah. Wind it up there, have a good week and enjoy yourself.
So that's what I've got for you today, my news update. Remember, give us a thumbs up if you're enjoying the content, hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything, subscribe to the channel, and please share. Now I'm off to enjoy the rest of my weekend, so I hope you all have a good weekend as well.